This is my last idea for the day, and I'm sorry if I don't express it well. I don't mean to cause offense to anyone, and I'm going to try and talk about a difficult or sensitive subject. Los Angeles is a very multicultural and multiracial society. And in a society like that, you occasionally get conflicts between different culture groups or different racial groups. Culture groups is a better term. But United States does have kind of a history of racism, and there's a lot of intolerant people. And I kind of like the idea. Now, I'm not perfect, and I'm not making this video like I'm perfect. Like, people's is people's. And you should treat everyone with respect. Unless they do something that they have earned your lack of respect. Now, that seems like a very idealistic and fanciful idea unless you think about it a little farther. You should treat all animals with respect. If you have a pet, the simple one is pet and farmyard animals, they're going to be healthier and they're going to be better if you treat them with respect. They're individuals. They have their own desires that don't normally conform to yours. I occasionally walked a friend's neighbor's dog, and it's remarkable how that dog has certain intentions that it wants to do. You know, sniffing things and this and that. So, but it's not that hard to treat animals with respect and give them their space, especially wild animals. You know, I like to sing back to the birds. I like to try and imitate the bird songs and seeing if I can have a communication. But even, not spoiling the environment, not just, treating animals with respect. All animals. Don't just kill them wantonly for sport. Now, I have noticed the really interesting things with bees. And I'm convinced that if I run across a bee or a group of bees and I'm agitated and angry in my mind, the bees will immediately sense this and they'll start buzzing and treating me like an enemy to attack me. But if I can calm myself down, or I'm already calm and pleasant, like it's a beautiful day and I am just happy to be alive and happy to be in that space at that time, then the bees don't notice me at all. Now, I'm unaware that really I'm behaving any differently at all, but I probably am. And it's probably my behavior they pick up on. But I'm convinced that bees and dogs can sense if you're agitated or you're not. And so this mental process goes out. So you really should treat all animals with respect. Just give them their space, within the tolerances. So if you're treating all animals with respect, then how difficult is it to treat all people with respect? But it goes farther than that. You can treat all plants with respect. You don't cut flowers, you leave them on the bush. You don't dig up trees, you leave them there. You don't terraform, you work with the environment that's already there. You don't pollute. You don't pollute the water. Kind of a silly thing I've noticed is how often in our society we just cut down trees. Trees are just decoration. And there'll be a tree that's been there for 200 years, but just in the way, just cut it down. And what a tragedy that these are the spirit beings on the planet that have been here before everything. And on and on. Really, if you eat fruit and nut from tree and vine, you're eating food that just falls off the plant. And it's there for you to eat naturally, and you can live off that. And you don't have to harm anything. You don't have to cut any plant. You don't have to dig carrots and potatoes up out of the ground. You don't have to cut down the celery stalks or rip off the lettuce leaves. All the plants can live. And you walk peacefully through the universe without hurting anything. Now, sometimes you may trim the bushes like you cut your hair. Or you could replant a tree. But if you're treating plants and trees with respect, then it's a lot easier to treat animals with respect. And if you're treating animals with respect, how much even easier is it to treat people with respect? But it doesn't stop there. You can treat the rocks and the stones and the dirt and the water and the air with respect. Don't pollute the air, don't pollute the water, don't break up the rocks. You know, don't just destroy things. How do we know rocks don't have their own kind of life energy or cohesive identity or whatever? I know it sounds like a stupid idea, and it probably is. But if you're treating everything in the universe with respect, you walk peacefully and calmly with no confrontation or as little confrontation as possible. If you're treating rocks with respect, then it's easy to treat plants with respect. And treating animals with respect is trivially, and then people's is just people's. And that's it. So it's just an idea. And we are all conditioned the way we are, and I'm hardly perfect, but it's a neat idea. And I wanted to share it, and I wanted you to think about it. Thank you, and leave your comments below.